Hello everyone and welcome to this section. All right, so as of now, we know how can we do color extraction within our image, and we knew how can we specify, for example, or extract the lane pixels within our image as we've done earlier in a grayscale image and in a colored image. Okay, now to the fun part. Okay, what are the challenges of this technique? Obviously, someone can tell me, okay, one of the major challenges is what if we don't have lanes? What if the lanes are yellow in color? As you guys can see here, okay, we trained, kind of our model to extract only white colors. What about yellow colors? What if there's no lanes? What if the lane, for example, is covered with snow? What if, we're driving in the dark, and we can't even see the lane, okay? And these are all the challenges, that you guys can see as you deal with self-driving cars. And that's one of the main challenges as well in the color selection technique that we had before. That's why what we need to do is that we need to develop a lot more sophisticated algorithms. We can't just take an image, and set like a threshold number and that's it. Maybe we can use it, but we can just use it along with several way more advanced techniques to work in kind of, in tandem to each other to give us more information about the image. All right. So how can we overcome this? What we need to do is that we need to extract more features out of the image, okay? So we can't just rely on the color. We need to rely, for example, on more advanced features, like edges, for example. That's why actually we're going to be discussing a lot of the edge detection techniques in this section, a lot more advanced feature detections algorithms moving forward as well, okay? One other, example, in addition to the feature detection algorithms, we can use as well LiDAR signals, okay, as we mentioned before, to create kind of 3D map of the environment, okay? So in ideal weather conditions, let's assume that a driver is going, let's say, from home, let's say, to work every day, okay? So the path is pretty much known, okay? And we tried, that road before, and the driver was perfect. The car was driving great in a sunny weather conditions, okay? What happened is that using LiDAR signals, we can actually use it even if the car is driving, let's say, during weather like bad or terrible weather conditions during snow. We can use kind of the data that we collected before during the sunny weather conditions that can help us, kind of predict the path as we move forward. Okay, again, this is kind of, like way more sophisticated. We're not going to go into LiDAR signal analysis and all that. Here, we're just going to be focusing on the camera images and how can we infer information from the camera. But this is just kind of ideas that you guys can get, and there's a lot of references here you can go and visit, just to give you an idea of what can happen, for example, if you want to drive a car during snow, because I get that question a lot actually from even family members. All right, so in ideal weather conditions, the car can collect around 2.8 million laser points per second to create our LiDAR map, okay, which is equivalent to like crazy amount of data, around 600 gigs of data per hour, okay, which the car in general can utilize the map for that commute that we have collected before during summertime, can be used as a reference during wintertime, and so on and so forth, okay. This is again one of the answers to the problem, but obviously now we're going to rely on the camera and want to detect and extract more features as we move forward, okay? And that's pretty much all what I have for this section. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you in the next section.